Hi everyone, Bernard here with the latest Citizen. We should have a different name for this, shouldn't we? A Citizen Quiz podcast, because obviously these are just little specials, as you know. And obviously they cover the past and the present, these City quizzes. So I think we should. Obviously we've got City Past, City Present, and perhaps just City Quiz now. Perhaps it's the new heading, isn't it? With so many of these at the moment. Anyway, thanks for joining. If you're new to the channel, please push the subscribe button. That'll be fantastic. Push the bell notifications so you know when these things are coming out. And obviously, thumbs up. It's always appreciated. It's always nice, us guys, us doing the vlogs and podcasts, to get thumbs ups and a appreciation on these things. It's always nice. It just takes a split second, doesn't it? So makes you feel a little bit wanted. Right, today what we're going to do, this is what I was absolutely pretty useless at. I've had to guess a lot of these when I was doing the having a quick sort of look around. I was sort of thinking probably get half marks. I've been perhaps a bit kind to myself. So you've got a chance of beating me on this one. So a couple of the quizzes, some people have been struggling a little bit, but I think you might do all right on this one, better than me anyway. And what it basically is, I'm just looking at some kits. I mean, we're just concentrating on City home kits, and really when these kits came into being. So that's what we're interested in. Obviously, just to add a little bit of interest as well, there'll be some questions on players, who are the players wearing the kits, and obviously where it's obvious who the player is, perhaps when did he sign for City. So just a little bit extra. So I mean, there's only 10 questions today. Well, there's 26 points up for grabs. So as I say, I've just looked at the City home kits. I mean, if you enjoy this, and please let me know in the comments, I could perhaps have a look at a City away kits on another quiz, stuff like that. But obviously I've just picked out 10 kits from many, obviously, that has been over the years. Right, so same again with this quiz, 10 questions. I'll give you a little bit of time to answer them, but you want to pause and have a think, which is what it is. I mean, some of these will be guesses, obviously, and obviously there's some questions where if you don't know the player, obviously you're going to be struggling to know when he signed for City. But again, just have a guess and have a look at the kit. Have a think when the kit was and what, perhaps the player did. He might have played for 4 or 5 years, obviously during, and the kit might have only been around for 1 year or 2 years. So it gives you a clue. Have a think about it. This might be one better way you're pausing it really, and having to think yourself rather than trying to do it to time. So yeah, do that, because that'll be better for you. Don't try and do it to time. I will leave a little bit of a gap, but unless you know all these straight off, fantastic. But just have a think about your favourite players and whether they wore this kit, or have you got the kit hanging in the cupboard and stuff like that. So yeah, just after every question, just give a little pause and have a think about what we're looking at. All right, let's get on with the quiz. Right, question 1. I'll start with the sort of more modern one, so a nice easy one for you. We've got obviously Kelechi and Sami Nasri with this kit. I mean, a nice easy start. What season? I'm not after the season, after the start, obviously. Say this was 2011-12. Obviously, all I want is the kit first arrived in 2011. So I'm just after the first year of it. So what year was this kit? City's main kits. I mean, obviously, some of these would have been around for 2 or 3 years. This one, obviously, with the new ones, are only around recently, aren't they? So, so what year was that one? And what I want to know is just little bonus as well. What year did Sami Nasri sign for City? So that's the bonus point. So there's 2 points up for grabs. What year did this kit come into being? And when did Sami Nasri sign for City? That's question 1. That's a nice easy one to start. Now we get it's a little bit tougher. I want you to ID not just this. Just make sure you don't see the name at the bottom there of this guy. I want to know who the player is, so he's not obviously an obvious player. And what year did we first wear the kit? And what year did he sign? So what player, what year, what's the player's name? Have a think. Look at the kit there. I may have that somewhere in my little wardrobe. What was the first year that City wore this kit? And when did this player sign for City? So 3 points up for grabs there, if you know any of them. So as I say, you can always pause this so you can have a think. Have a look at his face. Handsome guy. Handsome young man there. That's question 2. Now on to question 3. Again, I want you to identify the player, when he signed for City, what year he signed for City, and obviously what year did City first wear this kit. So Let's see how you do on this one. Great kit, that is it. So who's the player? Some younger ones you might be struggling, but if you know your history, you look back at things. What year did he sign for City? And what year did we first play in that kit? What was the first year of that kit? The wonderful Eidos, eh? Okay. And the next one, going back in. Now this is one where there's actually images of the kit without the sponsor on, because obviously when a game was televised in the early days of sponsorship, they couldn't put the name of the sponsors on the shirt. So you do get the shirt without this sponsor on. But obviously, I'm particularly interested in this shirt. I'm interested in who the player is, because you're going to have to tell me that as well. Who the player is, what year did he sign for City, and what was the first year that we wore this kit? He's also signed it, so I have to cover everything up here so you don't. So who's the player? What year did he sign for City? So if you know the player, you've got a good chance with that, haven't you? And obviously, he was around for a while. I'll give you that clue. And obviously, the kit was sort of partway through his tenure at City. But what was the first year of wearing that kit? As I say, there are versions of that with this little stripe image there with without Saab on it. But obviously, this obviously wasn't a televised game. That's question 4. Now I get some of these from one of these little handbooks. So if you've been swatching up on these handbooks, you might have an idea with this. Right, well, I'm not going to ask you who the player is on this one. So it's only a 2-point of this one. So there we go. Superb Uwe, obviously, Uwe Rosler. So what was the first year of that kit? And what year did Uwe sign for City? So what year did he sign for City? And what was the first year of wearing that kit? Sure, if you're a Rosler fan, you'll have an idea of that one. That's question 5. Here's another one. He appeared in one of my other quizzes, actually, this guy. So if you remember, you probably would have watched it from another quiz. But I want to know his name. So this is another 3 points. The name of the player, the year that kit was first worn, and what year did he sign for City? Who is it? What year did he sign? And what was the first year of wearing that kit? First advice. Well, they didn't last very long, did they? That might be a clue, might not be a clue. Question 7. Again, this is another one that I think featured recently in something else. Obviously, we're going into Thomas Cook mode now, who are obviously no longer with us, are they? But name me the player. City player, not the United player in the background. I should have had that as a bonus, really, shouldn't I? Name me the player, what year he signed for City, and the year of the kit. Now, I'll give you a little clue. I mean, the actual kit was only wore for a year, and obviously it started. He signed and wore the kit. Obviously, he only stayed for a year as well. So you can have a guess and split the difference and say 1 year to another, and obviously take a chance, or you can be confident and give the same year for both. But it's up to you. I'll give you a chance there. So there's still 3 points up for grabs, but obviously you can cheat a bit or not. So name of the player, the year of the kit first came out, and the year he signed, and obviously the kit and his signature for the same season. So that's a clue. If you know one, you'll be right on the other. Question 8. I'm not going to ask you who this player is. I think you'll know who this young man is. Again, bit of an easy one, this. What year did we first wear that kit? Obviously, we know Super Frank, don't we? The City legend now. Chelsea fans get a bit affronted and not got much of a sense of humour when you say that to Chelsea fans. There's some these Cockneys, I don't think they have a humour chip. And what year did he sign for City? So there's obviously 2 points. Year of the kit, and what year did he sign for City? And just to give you a clue, that might be similar to the last question I just asked you about the date. So you can split the difference if you're not sure, or you'll get 2 points if you get the correct date, because obviously one corresponds with the other. First year of the kit, and when did he sign for City? So obviously you know it's going to be the same answer. But if you're not sure, just do one or the other, and you hopefully get 1 point at least. On to the next one. I'm certainly not going to ask you this guy's name. One of my favourite kits. I don't know why. I don't usually like collars on kits, but obviously we're talking Sergio, aren't we? So what again, this should be an easy one for you. Just think, if you think about it. The first year of the kit. When did City wear that kit for the first time? And when did Sergio Aguero sign for City? Might think you know that, you might not. I don't know why I only got 13 points, actually. It's the kits I would have struggled on, to be honest with you. Certainly some of the signings, etc., I probably wouldn't have done. That was question 9. And on to the last one. Going back in time, a little bit in time, but obviously a guy who we still hear very much talking about City on different vlogs, etc. But great kit. I've got this somewhere, I think, as well. David White. The year we first wore that kit with these little sergeant sort of stripes on the sleeve. What year did David White sign for City or start playing for City? It was his first time he actually appeared in the City first team. Just 2 points up for grabs. First year of the kit. And when did David White join City's first team, started playing for the first team? There you go, 10 questions. How did you do? Did you find that easy? I don't. I think it's all right, that one, as I say. 26 points up for grabs. So if you paused it, etc. So we'll go through these. Obviously, we didn't need, I mean, that was the full picture, wasn't it? It was the Great Wall of China, obviously. And the kit was the 2016-17 season. So if you said 2016, give yourself a point for that. And of course, Sami Nasri signed 2011. He was there till 2017 at City. So give yourself a point for 2011, a point for 2016 for the kit. Didn't sort of end well for Sammy, did it? I mean, he had a bit of a struggle after, his recent last few years, obviously. Yeah, I mean, I've got the fat file here of this gentleman. It says it on the bottom there, Mark Seagraves. And the kit was 1987 till 1989. So obviously we did wear it for a couple of seasons, the home kit in those days, not a new kit every year at that stage. And he signed for City the same. He signed for City in 1987. So you took a chance and give an odd date and sort of, but if you got 1987 for signing, 1987 for the kit, and Mark Seagraves, give yourself 3 points. And the next one, of course, talking Jeff Whitley, aren't we? And the kit, well, there we go, 1999 to 2001. So you said 1999, give yourself a point. Jeff Whitley for a point. And he signed for City in 1996. Started playing for the first team in 1996. So if you get all 3 of those, 3 points. Jeff Whitley. Of course, apparently my wife's or my ex-wife's side of the family, a cousin of that side of the family. Never met the guy, but obviously watched him many, many, many times. Of course, Paul Power. And as I said, that kit sometimes didn't have Saab on it, depending if the game was on television or not, and the rules were that you couldn't do it then. So, yes, Paul Power. Kit, 1983-84, we wore that kit. Just the one season. 1983 was the answer I wanted. And he signed for City in 1975 and was there till 1986. So 1975, 1983 for the kit and Mr. Paul Power. Question 5. Obviously, we all knew Uwe, didn't we? We all knew Uwe, about the kit though. Yeah, the kit was 1995 to 1997, so it was after 1995 was the first year of the kit. And Uwe Rosler, when did he sign? Well, he signed a year earlier, 1994. Obviously, with us till 1998. So give yourself a point for 1994 for the signing or 1995 for the kit. And be honest about it. And if you got it the wrong way around, don't give yourself any points. Don't want any cheating. And the next guy, did you know who this was? I think, as I say, he did feature in other things. 3-point question, this one. So, of course, we got Mr. David Semay. And it was the 2003-4 kit. So, obviously, First Advice didn't hang around for long, did they? So, we first wore it in 2003. And David Semay signed in 2002. He was with us till 2006. I was a bit surprised by that. I didn't think he was there that long, to be honest with you. So David Semay signed 2002. The kit was 2003-2004 kit. So give yourself up to 3 points if you got those right. And the next one, of course, was we just call him just one word, isn't it? We just call him Giovanni. Again, 3 points up for grabs. The kit, Thomas Cook there, 2007-2008, just the one season with that. And of course, Giovanni signed 2007-2008. So give yourself, if you took a chance and said, yeah, I'm confident, then you obviously get a point each for 2007 and a point for Giovanni. Good 3 points altogether. You've got all three of those. Question 8, of course. I mean, we're talking getting more modern, aren't we, this one? So this shouldn't be a problem for you. Obviously, you've got to remember Frank Lampard. Obviously, 2014-15 season he was with us. So that's when he signed, and that's the kit we wore for the season. So only the one season with that kit. So I was looking for 2014 for answer to both. If you took and said 2014-15, just give yourself 1 point out of 2. If you were quite confident, then give yourself the full 2 points if you said 2014 as the start dates for the kit and Mr. Lampard. And of course, Sergio Aguero. I think the fact it's the 2011-12 season. I mean, we know that, don't we, with the check collar there. And of course, Sergio signed in 2011. So, yeah, I mean, I had to double think, actually. I thought he came in 2010. But, yeah, he did sign in 2011. And the kit was 2011. So, again, the same answer for both. So, you know, all credit to you if you got both 2 marks for that and you took the challenge of naming the same date. 2011, Sergio Aguero from the kit. And the last question, of course, is the wonderful David White. And the kit, I mean, that kit, you know, it lasted from 1991. So it started 1991 until 1993. So a couple of years with that kit. And David White signed or played his first game for Manchester City in 1985. He played from 1985 till 1993. So he said 1985, give yourself a point for that. And a point for 1991 for the kit. I appreciate some of these. Some of these I sort of would have had to really think back and you know. But there you go. How did you do on that? I mean, there's 26 points up for grabs there. It's hard for me to be honest on what I would have scored, to be honest, because I didn't really think about it till, you know, and I would have guessed a bit. So I'm going to put 30. I would have got about 12 or 13. I'll just put 13 halfway. I think I would have guessed a few, and I did know a few as well, player wise, etc. So I'm going to give myself 13. So if you get more than 13, which hopefully you can, and as I say, a little bit of good guessing, you could get up there. Anyway, so if you can beat 13, let me know in the comments if you beat 13. Anyway, as I say, I'm sure, you know, I didn't do as well on that one, perhaps. And certainly when we do the away kits, I'll probably be even worse because I've totally, at least with the home kits, I can think about, you know, probably what, you know, I can sort of envisage them and put them, you know, pictures of them in the programs, etc. But away kits, I think I'll be struggling even more. So if we're doing away kit one. Anyway, thanks for joining me today. As you know, if you check the links below, there's loads of different quizzes and information, blogs, etc., that I'm doing. Obviously, my City history, April 2002 has just come out. I'll be doing a part 6 of the Manchester City history, which takes us through the war, the Second World War, from the early 1930s to the 40s. That'll be out in the next couple of weeks. And obviously, as we progress through May, there'll be a May in the past as well. I'm not in what year am I doing on that? I can tell you on that one. I'll be looking at May 1979, a very significant year for me as well, but I'll tell you more about that when I do that. But that's a couple of 2 or 3 weeks away. Yeah, please, I've only just done April, so have a look at April and look back at that. That'd be fantastic. Anyway, thanks for watching this today. Follow me on Twitter at nostalgia_movie, even into films as well and TV drama. I do various vlogs on there. All the links are below, so please follow me on there. I try to follow everyone back. You can also follow me on Twitter at Charles Deneen as well. I'm also on there, which is more specific to football, perhaps, but both of those Twitter accounts do football and films, etc. So they're sort of linked together. And please, I'm on Facebook at Burn Deneen with links to moviegamenostalgia.com, my little website for old rare DVDs, movie posters from the 90s and 2000s, and board games. So if any of that's of any interest to you, please have a look on there, moviegamenostalgia.com. Anyway, hope you're all looking after yourselves, keeping, I got my little face mask for work the other day. So actually, should have put one on, shouldn't I, just for you to give you a laugh, but yeah, so whether it helps, I don't know, but it's better than nothing, isn't it? And I'm sort of gone back to Asda to help out there at the moment, and you've got all this letting so many in at a time, and you have to be at least 2 meters away for each other, which doesn't always work out when you're walking around a supermarket. It's almost impossible to be strict on it, but at least guys are making the effort, and they've even stuck arrows on the floor where the customers have to go a certain way, and most customers are actually going out the way to stick to it as well, which is really nice. And I think, I've only been there just over a week now, but I believe when this first kicked off, customers are very, very belligerent and stuff. But as time passes and people realise how serious this is, people are beginning to be a bit more understanding about things and a bit more kinder to each other, which is really nice, isn't it? So let's keep going on, and let's, as I always say on this little vlog, look after yourself, look after your friends, look after your family, and I've also added look after any vulnerable people near, any older people, and keep an eye out for people, and let's be extra kind to each other. Anyway, this is Bernard. Thanks for watching this. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments your scores, etc., or on Twitter. Let me know what you got. And a couple of the guys, the last quiz I did, there was a couple of guys didn't do very well. They were a bit unhappy, but with a smiley face on. So, obviously, I've tried not to be too hard, but it's a quiz. It's a bit of fun. Doesn't matter if you only score 5. Doesn't matter if you only score 3 or 4. It doesn't matter. It's a bit of fun and passes the time, doesn't it? While we're waiting for football to come back. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll join you hopefully again very soon. This is Bernard saying goodbye for now. Bye bye.